Everybody has plans in the world. I dreamt of being even a greater professor, being a World Health Organization person from Pakistan. But when the order of God comes, they chose you as their leader. Come, I gave up my medical profession, my future, and this is a no-pay job. I had to sell my own land that I had bought from my earnings as a doctor, and now I'm surviving on that, but nobody pays me anything. He had many plans. He's a young man. Had his father lived, he would have carried out many more ambitions. He's a young man with a young family, but he's been called. Leaders are supposed to be on the top of a pyramid, but humble leaders make it possible for that pyramid to be reversed, so they are at the bottom and their community is at the top. Because he has got the burden over his shoulder, he has to carry you all. But he needs your cooperation, as I need my people's cooperation. Okay? And one has to give that unconditionally. Otherwise, things disintegrate, those weak links appear in the chain of events and furthering of the communities and their purposes. But we have to be peaceful. We have to integrate ourselves within the community where we live, because it's through love that we spread our faith. That we have to get this image of Islam is dread, Islam is blood, Islam is bombs, Islam is breaking the mosques, Islam is killing the women, Islam is killing the children, Islam is going into the markets and destroying everything that stands for good values. We have to change our image and we have to work together for that. I think I've said enough. It's pre-lunch speech. Imagine what the post-lunch speech is.
Thank you, Ameer, Saeed, for those kind and inspiring words. Alhamdulillah, this is truly the day of Muhammad, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and this is a blessed day, and just grateful and humble to be a witness and to be a part of this great work that Allah is doing with His highest creation at this time in our lives. So alhamdulillah, the history, I'm overwhelmed. One thing that I learned, it's a psychology used, if you keep something hidden from a person, their curiosity is more and more and more. And to know your beginnings is one thing that African American people can understand, the longing and the longing and what it's like to have all these unanswered questions. And my father used to always teach us that the human being is first and foremost a social creature, and that we can't survive and make it, our brother here was saying, without each other. We have to work together. And it's that social nature that won't allow our souls to be satisfied with too many unanswered questions, you know. So Imam Muhammad, he didn't talk a lot about his work and his mission on a one-on-one, you know, and about the past and the history. But I always had a longing and a curiosity to know, you know, how did we come up to be so unique and so different, and from other African Americans, and you know, Allah chose us to come through a sort of peculiar type of history to arrive in Islam, and it's truly a great mercy and a blessing if you just, you know, reflect on our history and our beginnings, you know. And when our brother mentioned Maulana Maududi, the Quran, he's the one that Muhammad Ali, the Muhammad Ali Quran, that Imam Muhammad, he saw the Quran and he kissed it and gave him a piece of gold, because this Quran is gold. That Quran was so valuable to him and made valuable thanks to the relationship and to Honorable Elijah Muhammad had with our brother Zafar's father, Imam Muhammad Abdullah, that he taught his parents that Quran, that nothing is above, higher than that Quran. There's a brother in the room that met Muhammad Abdullah, And he knows because his mother told him that you don't put anything above this Quran, and I believe it was that Quran, that they put high on the shelf, and they put it up there on the shelf alone. Nothing could sit next to it, and nothing could sit above it. And Imam Muhammad, hearing these things about my father, that I wasn't able to witness, it's a healing for my heart to know, because I wish I could have spent every waking moment of my life by my father's side. But, you know, that's not possible to be present at everything. But joining with those that had the opportunity to meet with him, that knew him personally, that knew his father, and knew his Muhammad Abdullah, his mentor, the teacher of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Sister Clara Muhammad, whom they loved so much and respected and devoted their whole entire lives to, and the lives of their families. And everyone that they met, they told them about Muhammad Abdullah and the teachings that were brought to them through him. So Imam Muhammad, he was a special man that Allah sent as a gift to us, and to help us get to where we are. And we are truly blessed to be Muslims first and foremost, but we're special because we're unique. You know, we're unique the way we came into Islam. It didn't come in the hand of a foreigner. You know, although we say Muhammad Abdullah, they say with W.D. Fry, Imam Muhammad, he told us that he believed. We don't have the evidence. He believed that Muhammad Abdullah was the old. He called him the old man affectionately. Right. He referred to your dad as the old man. And I remember the attention that he got in our home as a little boy. I couldn't see much higher than I remember the arm to the couch, and most couches are not higher than this table, was in my face. And I remember how peaceful and quiet my father's friend, Muhammad Abdullah, was. He would sit, and my mother would make sure that the children, we stayed out of the way. But there was food that looked like you could feed an army. My mother had all these different dishes. You couldn't see the table for all the food. And Muhammad Abdullah, he was just so quiet and so peaceful and humble, and he was patient. He'd eat his food. And I remember watching him because he aroused the curiosity, just his nature, aroused the curiosity of children, where like a magnetism, like I wanted to watch him and see what he's going to say. So I spent a lot of time watching him and his mannerism and his behavior, and I could see it like it was yesterday. I was just a little boy, and the way he ate his food, and the way he spoke softly, and the way the conversations with my father would seem hours they would have. So this is a great healing, and for me, and helps to answer those questions as to why we sometimes feel ourselves alone in the world, but we're not alone. We're connected not only to our history or our early beginnings, but to the nature that God created for us, to our original nature, which is the most important connection. And Imam Muhammad has said that we suffered as a people one of the greatest violations that could have been performed by man. That he said there's a place in the garden in the heavens that's sacred, and that's not to be tilled. It belongs to Allah alone. Only Allah can till that portion in the garden. And if it's violated, then the logic would tell you that whoever violates that sacred property of God, that God will have to come to redeem and to fix that mess that had been made. And he said that portion of the garden is the human soul. And we know as a people we were disconnected from what made us human. And Allah came to bring us back to not only to the human family, but with dignity and in a position of leadership and as a model for all humanity. I hope I wasn't too long.
Come on with it.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, and if you'd like to have some comments, we'll let you have some comments too. But what we're going to do is it's time for Dhuhr prayer, and what we do is we'll break for Dhuhr prayer, we'll eat, and then we have the mic and so forth set up.